Hey everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about weight. You see, guys, a couple of weeks ago I had a lesson with one of my private students. He was trying to do an exercise, an animation about attack combo, and he's trying to use doing a character using a heavy weapon with only one hand. And basically, what he did like a mistake that I see quite a few times from other people as well, not just him. So it's basically is lifting kind of the weapon at the same time with the, uh, with the body, right? Body and weapon kind of moving all together at the same time, and basically this is obviously kind of wrong for a weapon of this size. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to move it like this, and obviously if you do it in this way you're not going to be able to show the proper weight in the weapon, right? Because it's all about posing. Yeah, you can adjust the timing, make it slower if you want, but the problem with doing something like this is just mechanically it's just wrong, right? So because I explained to him what needs to be done, how to adjust the pose and everything, I thought about it, why don't show it to here on my channel as well. So first of all, I'm gonna let's remove all those keys at the moment. We're gonna redo them all together, and don't mind these idle posts. I just did it very quickly, mostly just to explain for this tutorial. And we're not gonna even need the leg for this case. All right, we're gonna mostly focus only on the upper body. Go here. Okay, so first things you wanna do. I know maybe in games you want to tend to do things a little bit faster and everything, but I think it's always good to have a little bit of anticipation, right? Maybe going a little bit lower, going backwards, and pushing here in this direction. Maybe you wanna bend it over, right? You wanna counter rotate the head in the other side. Maybe start to raise a little bit the shoulder and this one over here, right? And maybe this one you can kind of shift it down. Okay, there could be obviously better setup for for this kind of exercise. I just did it very quickly, right? So just a little bit of an anticipation here, right? But the things now that's more important that we're gonna move forward is that you want to keep in mind that when you're using a heavy object or something like this, you want to make sure that you're not moving this heavy object at the same time together with the body, right? So basically what you want to do is to start to move the body this direction, right? Maybe forward and a little bit higher because it's going to take a step, and you want to keep this one kind of be behind, right? You want to bring this behind, maybe this one, right? You want to kind of raising this one. And now the things you want to do, because even though obviously the body is moving forward, right? You already want to start to pull the object, right? It's just that it's very heavy and it's making resistance. So when you're pulling an object, obviously you're using your hip to move forward and everything, but definitely your shoulder should started to go really up, right? Boom. Maybe here we can already start to pushing like this, right? And so this one is gonna start to move. We're gonna wanna make sure we're not overstretching this, right? Boom, and maybe keeping it down because the weight of this body. You see, I'm putting the rotation down because obviously we are pushing this direction, but the weight is all here, so it's gonna keep the hammer down, right? Boom, and going from this direction, we are gonna move to this other section here where. So guys, when I do my blocking, I always like to kind of reset, right? Pause and everything, right? So we can shift it here, continue to go higher, right? And then basically we're gonna continue to push this back, right? A little bit more. And this one we're gonna continue to push here, right? And now at this stage, this one started to come down, right? To counterbalance because now we're really trying to shift the weight here, right? we can also push in this direction, right? Here, boom, 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 here. See, like it started to feel really dynamic. And now this obviously now is time for us to uh, raising it a little bit, right? We can discuss how much we wanna improve the shoulder and everything, you know. And because we are doing this, we wanna counter rotate the head into this other direction, right? And again, you see like how we are keeping the weight down. We can continue to do even more. We could actually continue this one, and maybe now this one we can stay a little bit more balanced. Now we can adjust the finger and stuff like that, right? I don't really care about it at this point, right? You can always obviously readjust it later on, right? Then we're gonna continue to move here, boom, always in this direction, right? Here, continue to go down here, boom, maybe compressing it, continue to pushing it here. See, now it's time that we can start really to have the now it's time we can actually raise the hammer and everything, right? Because it's still quite behind. Obviously, we can start it to twist like this a bit more, right? Oops, not this one. Start to move it a little bit more on the side, right? And then again, we have finally, this is the moment where eventually you snap at the very end and everything gonna have the impact all together, right? Obviously, here we can now bend forward. Oops. Bend it forward, twist it, right? We can have this one flip in this direction, right? Push it down here, making the impact and everything. And we can push it down here. Continue to bend a little bit more the line of action. Can go down here. So we need to adjust. Boom. And obviously continue to go down, right? Obviously this one we're gonna push it on the other side, right? This one, as we talked about before, we're gonna counter rotate it, right? Push it this direction here, right? This one we're gonna push it forward, boom. Actually, we see this one, we can really make it boom, heavy down like this. All right. Now, a little bit of adjustment, because again, we can continue to drag things down as much as we want. We really want to push the line of action here and here. Oops, what happened? Okay, so you see now you really have the feeling of weight because you started to feel like that, you know, the body is going this direction and is being dragged. Boom. And this one here if we want. Right? And obviously there are other adjustments that can be done. Okay, here for example we can release it a little bit, right? And if you want here, you can have another breakdown, right? We can do something like this, and then again, really pushing this one kind of behind. Now, obviously, you can continue to do refining and do other stuff like that, right? Boom, boom. Because what you want, maybe you want to slow down maybe this part here at the beginning when it's lifting, but then boom, you want to have the impact here. This is the moment where now you're gonna snap and put everything together. All right, guys. So obviously you can adjust the timing and everything, but doing it this way, it is a lot more accurate because you're actually having the feeling that, you know, your body is going first, and because of the weight, you've been dragging these things behind. Oops, I'm in the wrong key. You've been dragging these things behind, right? And then again, you can continue to, you know, offset and adjust those things as much as you want. You can experiment as well. You can keep juggling those things even more. That's all the fun part when you do your blocking, right? It's very easy now to experiment and try new things, like how much you want to push it. If you really want to, you know, for example, slow down this part here, you know, and really make it really slow, right? Like very slow here, you know, and then you speed up the rest of it, for example, you know. Just have fun, basically, right? And obviously when you do those kind of things, you know, you you want to readjust, and now I'm doing very quickly just for the sake of this tutorial. Okay guys, I hope this makes sense and you learned something from it, and see you next time. Ciao guys.